Welcome back to the channel, Cosmic Travelers. Today we're exploring the powerful and transformative relationship between Neptune and Jupiter, two planets that blend mysticism, idealism, and humanity. Together, they create a balance between the spiritual and the real, bringing warmth to Neptune's cooler, more elusive nature. But how do these planets influence the individuals in whose charts they connect? Let's take a deep dive into their influence and see how these cosmic forces manifest in the lives of famous historical figures and artists. When Neptune and Jupiter come together, especially in harmonious aspects, the result is a mystical, almost spiritual quality. This pairing often brings out a humanitarian and idealistic outlook on life, as we see in individuals like Colonel Olcott, Petrarch, and Lord Lytton, who had these two planets in a sextile aspect. Their mysticism is not cold and distant, but warm, generous, and deeply connected to the human spirit. In the case of Petrarch, his chart reveals a combination of influences that helped him create realistic art that still carried a romantic soul. Similarly, Shelley had a profound combination of Mars, Jupiter, and Neptune in his ninth house, which led him to create the religion of humanity, shaping ideals with immense passion. These planets together gave him the power of ideals, pushing him to envision a world beyond what was. However, not all connections between Neptune and Jupiter are purely benevolent. When these planets form challenging aspects like the square, the influence can lean toward brutal realism in religion, politics, or ethics. For example, Zola, with a semi-sextile of Venus, applied a ruthless realism to his artistic work, building social theories based on stark, even harsh truths. This same dynamic can be found in Pico de Mirandola, Cecil Rhodes, and Brigham Young. Each of these figures had a romantic vision, like creating empires or building new religions, but they employed pragmatic, even brutal methods to achieve their goals. When the aspects between Neptune and Jupiter are more friendly, we see a much gentler, nurturing energy. These individuals are often driven by creative and spiritual impulses, and their influence on the world can be deeply humanizing. Take the example of Lewis Carroll. His semi-sextile of Venus and Jupiter made him not only a gifted religious artist, but also a lover of children, reflecting a compassionate and whimsical soul. However, it's important to note that Jupiter, though grand and expansive, is often seen as a planet that enjoys comfort and stability. Without the support of other more dynamic planets like Mars, Saturn, or Sol, Jupiter may not push the world to its fullest potential. One of the most striking examples of Jupiter and Neptune working together in a trine aspect is the life of Alfred Dreyfus, a French military officer who became embroiled in a scandal that shook France. Despite his challenging aspects, including a squaring Moon and Mars, the trine between Jupiter and Neptune helped counterbalance the turmoil in his life, eventually allowing him to rise above the calamities and redeem his name. Now, let's look at two of the most supreme examples of the Jupiter-Neptune trine, Johann Wolfgang Goethe and J.M.W. Turner. Both had these planets harmoniously aspecting each other, and the results were nothing short of masterpieces. Goethe, with his profound wisdom and art, blended the spiritual and philosophical in a way that continues to influence us today. Turner, similarly, with his vivid, emotional landscapes, captured the world's beauty in a way that transcended realism. They both combined Jupiter's expansive energy with Neptune's dreamy vision, resulting in work that was not just grand, but deeply human and vivid. So what can we conclude about Neptune and Jupiter? When these two planets come together, the result is a dynamic blend of mysticism, humanitarian ideals, and spiritual depth. Whether in harmonious aspects or challenging ones, they can shape individuals in profound ways, pushing them toward greater humanity, creativity, or realism. If you'd like to dive deeper into the influence of Neptune and Jupiter in your own chart, or if you enjoyed learning about the cosmic dance of these planets, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you feel the influence of these planets in your life?